Hey everybody, it's Kent Ballard once again, and so far we've talked about identity confusion and the fear of failure. Two wounds that many men carry when their father was absent or emotionally cold. If you missed part 1 or 2, I suggest you go back and listen to them when you have time. But today we're tackling the topic of authority and how we should reconsider authority figures in our lives. Whether he left or lived in the house, when a father doesn't lead you with both strength and love, it shapes how you respond to authority for the rest of your life. Stick with me. Bro, let's be honest. Most of us weren't taught how to submit to correction, only how to survive it. And when discipline felt like punishment or silence, we learned to fear authority, not trust it. Bro, you're not hard-headed. There's nothing wrong. You're just still healing. Note that. Point number 1, you associate correction with rejection. If discipline came with yelling, distance, or cold silence, then today even loving correction feels like a threat. You brace for someone to give up on you. You overthink every time someone says we need to talk. And when you hear I'm disappointed, you feel disqualified. That's not correction, bro. That's a trauma response or a trauma echo. And unless you face it, you'll sabotage good leadership because you're still reacting to bad leadership. I recently discovered a quote by John Eldredge that said, "Boys become men by watching men, by standing close enough to learn the lessons both spoken and unspoken." This hit me hard. I spent the majority of my teenage years and young adult years just wanting to stand close enough to men. I just wanted to learn their ways, or I wanted to grasp another element of manhood. Man, that season was tough. Point number 2, you resist leadership because it feels like exposure. It's not just pride, it's protection. You resist being led because deep down inside, you fear being hurt, dismissed, or overlooked again. You'd rather lead yourself into burnout than let someone else speak into your blind spot. Be careful. And if your father was emotionally unavailable, you likely didn't learn that strength includes surrender. So you wear independence like armor and call it maturity. But control isn't always leadership. It can be a fear-based survival skill. I've seen this play out in my life and the lives of other men on a consistent basis. The idea of normalizing survival responses is unhealthy. Point number 3. Healthy correction is preparation, not punishment. Hebrews 12:11 reminds us, no discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. Later, however, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it. Bro, be trained today. Correction that comes from love may hurt, but it heals. It's not rejection, it's refinement. It takes a strong man to submit to guidance. Not because he's weak, but because he knows growth never happens in isolation. C.S. Lewis once said, "The task of the modern educator is not to cut down jungles, but to irrigate deserts." I had to learn this the hard way, bro. I was the desert. I didn't trust the words of men for a long time. Matter of fact, I feared being judged more than controlled. Every time someone tried to help me grow, I thought they were looking down at me. I was ashamed by it. Instead of sharing my feelings, I would find a reason to hide. And bro, I hope you're not hiding today. The worst part about hiding is that it's not like what we used to play back in the day, hide and go seek. The odds are no one is really looking for you. You have to make yourself known to yourself first. Bro, find yourself first. I wanted mentorship, but at my pace. I second-guessed every pastor, boss, or male authority figure who wanted to see me whole. Not because they were wrong, but because I was still wounded. I felt like I had to bandage my wound and conceal my insecurities. Does that sound familiar? It took years and the grace of God, literally, For me to see that intimacy or honesty isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Now, my father and I have a solid relationship, but it took me healing from my past and my perceptions to realize his true value in my life. If it can happen to me or for me after 3 decades of holding grudges, failing to forgive, and understanding my value in Christ, it can absolutely happen for you. You weren't made to lead yourself on an island. Bro, stop pushing people away. Stop pushing away the people God sent to sharpen you. Let God father you. Let mentors correct you, and let brothers walk with you. Man, healing starts where pride ends, bro. You don't need to fear anything anymore. You need to find the right leader and learn to trust again. I'm praying for you, bro.
Yeah, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will feel no evil, you are with me. My mind is my tool, rely on you, got it, nobody else. Swear the devil when he try to tempt me like